Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. Yes, my hair is still crazy. Um, anyway, I've tried to convince Anna with my hair that I'm just gonna keep letting it grow out and I'm just never gonna cut it again. Um, she does not agree with my views, and I feel like she's getting people on her side that doesn't agree with her views. So, I was asked if I was going to do like a mullet, and that's not really what I'm going for. Um, so it does curl though, so I don't know. You gotta do something, but right now, a hat. So anyway, um, yeah, I won't throw shade. So my basketball coach, Bobby Brown, Coach Brown, for those of you that know him, uh, he was giving me a hard time, I don't know, about a month ago, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing to your hair?" He's like, "I need some tips." We always joke about him with his hair. So, you know, working in youth ministry, it's a wonder that you have hair most of the time because you're constantly pulling it out and discussing with people. So, uh, yeah, it's Wednesday. The day looks kind of nice outside. I don't ever look at the weather because then I have to get on the news. But I mean, the weather looks nice. Is it supposed to rain today? We did turn on the heat in here. It's getting a little cold, so we had to do that finally. But, and I've been going back to, I say school. I've been taking classes, not like actual academic classes. I mean, they are. They're just as much work. I remember why I don't like school. Uh, but these are my notes and homework assignments. Like I have homework now. Thought I was past all that stuff, but Laura. All right, so we got some people saying hi. I'm gonna put this up here. We're gonna have fun this morning. So James Moore is on YouTube. Good morning. Good morning to you. Andrew Jorgensen's on. Hey Andrew, how's it going? Margot. Good morning to you. Laura is here also, and she has she's on team Keep It Growing. So we're gonna have to maybe we'll make a poll and we'll just let that decide. Because that's how you make really good marital decisions, right? You create like a Facebook poll or a social media poll, right? And just let the social media world make a decision instead of listening to your wife. Probably not the best. We'll see. Um, but yeah, so it's Wednesday, October, what is it, 28th? And so it's, tonight, I'm going to post it here in just a little bit on our social media things just to remind you. We do have some things tonight for you. If you would like to join us at 7 o'clock, everything is at 7, from 7 to 8. So from 7 to 8, we have a youth group. So if you are in 6th grade or through 12th, and that is from 7 to 8 downstairs. And then we have Awana for those younger kids. So if you are in 5th grade and younger, there is Awana, or if you're really young, there's nursery, which my son turned 2, so he's no longer in the nursery. Well, I think he's still going to be in nursery tonight because I don't think that the Awana thing goes up, so he's in the younger class tonight. But other than that, he turned 2 yesterday. We celebrated that. Only 2-year-old I know that has a security sword. So he doesn't carry a blanket or a stuffed animal or a pillow. It's a sword. That's what he likes carrying around. He does fairly well with hitting kids. He doesn't hit kids very often. He will. Most of the time when they try to take it, so I think it's like they get excited about him having a sword and then they try to take it from him. So we're still working with him on that. Adults though, they're free game it seems like. So he'll come up and he'll like give you a straw or a piece of hay or something that he's found that somehow resembles a weapon in his mind, and he'll give it to you and then start attacking you. But yeah, so you got to watch out for him. He walks around with a sword all the time. It's crazy. So, and anyway, I also, I'm sure that you parents can relate to this. Is that I am learning a lot with how much he's watching me and what he wants to do like me. So, right, and this is killing his mom because she thinks it's making him too grown up. But it was like a week and a half ago, I remember. I came home. I think I'd been working all day. I was tired. I was exhausted. I think it was like the first time I'd been home, and they were going to bed. Like they were, I was with them. I think they picked me up from work, and we went to do some things, and then we were going home. And that's the first time I'd been home all day. So I changed out of all my work clothes, the clothes I was wearing, and I just threw on some basketball shorts and went to go lay down with him. And he's got his, onesie on. And we're laying in bed, and he was like, "Daddy, no shirt." And I said, "No, Daddy doesn't have a shirt on." I said, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I said, "I'm just trying to relax." I got my shorts on. I said, "But no shirt." I said, "We're just gonna lay down and go sleep." And he went, "Daddy, off," and he was pointing to his onesie. I was like, "Why do you want it? Why do you want it off?" And he's like, "I shorts." So I was like, "All right, I'll put you on shorts and shirt. It's not that big a deal, right?" And he's like, "No, no shirt." So literally for the last week and a half, Willie will put pajamas on him, and as soon as he gets into his room, he takes them off or has you take them off, and he puts shorts on and he just wears shorts because Daddy did it, right? And so I said that makes it very interesting, and I have to watch everything that I'm doing now. So because he does exactly, and it's crazy to see that, and I'm sure some of the parents, you understand that, but yeah, you guys are kind of commenting. Yes, so Margo dodges Hot Wheels. Yep, we got him his first two Hot Wheels. Like bought him, some new ones yesterday for his birthday. Gave them to him this morning, or yesterday morning. We'll see if he picks up on the card thing or just keeps his sword. He likes fighting bad guys, but I mean, I get it. His sister's into like Elena, and so there's a character on there. Gabe, maybe? I don't know. But he's a royal guard, and so he attacks bad guys with his sword. So his sister's watching that. He's watching that. Most of the Disney movies, right? The guys all have the shields and the swords, and they're fighting something, whether it's dragon or bad guys or whatever else. So could be worse because my wife's favorite Disney movie is Rapunzel, and so at least he's not carrying a frying pan around, hitting people with that. So. A couple more people have joined us. So Zara, good morning to you. I am glad that you could join us. I'm just talking about my crazy kid that likes carrying around a sword all the time. Renee, I said good morning to you. You know about Timothy carrying a sword around all the time because he literally carries it around all the time. So Andrew says everything's going good, could be better. Internet polls. Laura, internet polls is how John and I have kept it together for 21 years. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we should do an internet poll for that. And Andrew comments, yeah, he's going to be a knight or a warrior. I agree. I think he's going to be a warrior. He got a shield recently because it's his Halloween costume. I'll post pictures. Like, you're going to see this kid wearing his costume with his shield and sword. He's hilarious. Yeah, but he was, like, slamming things with his shield. So, yeah, he's a warrior for sure. So anyway, I told you guys yesterday I was going to ask you some questions. And so I'm curious, most of you, I think, and if you're not, that's totally fine. Most of you go to Villa or have been at Villa. If you're not, what I would ask is in the comments, if you're not a member of Villa, which again, it's totally fine. You don't have to be a member of Villa to watch these, obviously. But if you're not a member of Villa, tell us the church that you're going to. If you are a member of Villa, so there's a couple things. So in the thing, here's what I want to find out this morning from you guys. Is if you're at Villa, how long have you been going to Villa? Like how long have you been a member at Villa? And how long have you been going there? And then if you're not a member of Villa, what church are you going to and how long have you been going there? Again, we're not super... I'm not trying to convince you to come to Villa. That's not any question right now. I just want to know. Just get some information from you guys so I can kind of know a little bit more about you. But how long have you been going to Villa? And if you're not a member of Villa, how long have you been going to the church? And tell us the church that you're going to. So you guys start posting those in the comments. And again, I just want to kind of get to know you. I'm going to try to come up with some questions every now and then that I can get to know you a little bit more, because this isn't just about me talking. I know we like the devotions, and I like sharing the devotions with you. But I want us to get to know each other and to kind of create a community thing. That's what we're here to do. So, Laura is commenting. So she has been here 17-ish years. I love ish, except for time. I think it's RT gets really mad at me. I think it's RT, somebody, because whenever they ask me for a time, I like 6-ish, 7-ish, and that's like somewhere around that time frame. Andrew says, since I was a baby. It's true, Andrew. I remember you coming as a baby. I remember that whole scenario. So that is absolutely fantastic. Zara, 51 years. That is awesome. That is amazing. 51 years at Villa, supporting a local church. I think it's great. James is most of my life. Yeah, so those of you that don't know, James is my dad. Yeah, Dad's been here. I don't remember exactly. It was second grade, so it was when we started the first time at least. So I would have been 7. Yeah, so almost, it's about 28, 27 years ago is when we started going. Margot, I'm reading yours. I'm going to share it. I chuckled because I didn't put it up there. Member for 24 years. I haven't been present as much as I want to be and should. So, hey, I'm not trying to, again, please understand, I'm not trying to, shame anybody or do anything like that. That's not the point of this. If someone said, hey, I don't go to church, that's great. I'm glad that you're here. So, yeah, but hey, if the Holy Spirit's telling you get back to church, get back to church. So, we'd love to have you. Margot says, I also remember Andrew's first day at church. Yeah, it was a great thing. I remember all of that happening. And Andrew says, I was taught by my mom, your mom. Yeah, I was taught by your mom. She was my second grade teacher, actually. And so she's probably one of the ones that got some gray hair because she had me as a kid in her class. But anyway, I just, again, and if you're joining still, it's, we're just asking, how long have you been going to Villa? And if not Villa, what church are you going to and how long you've been going there? If you join a little bit later and you want to comment that. And then, I know we have people, and I always want to make sure that I address this. I know we have some people that watch this later. And please feel free to comment and still get a part of that community. I check these comments and see these things, so you don't have to do it just live. You can do it later too. So anyway, this morning, as we get in, I'll keep watching the comments here and we'll share with what we have going on. So Psalm 71, I know yesterday may have felt a little more harsh. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, and maybe you thought it was totally fine. And that's great. This morning, though, is really kind of just an encouragement. And I really want it to be an encouragement. So in Psalm 71, it starts off with, in you, O Lord, do I take refuge. In you, O Lord, do I take refuge. When I am having a hard time and a hard day, it's a phrase like that I see in the Psalms multiple times. I just cling to. When days are not going the way I think they should, when things are not going the way I think they should, when things are a little bit harder, a little bit more challenging, it's verses like that make me, and statements like that just make me hold fast to the Word of God. And it says, in you, O Lord, do I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness, deliver me and rescue me. I love it. The focus is on God's righteousness, not the psalmist here. Incline your ear to me and save me. Be to me a rock of refuge to which I may continually come. You have given the command to save me. He's saying you've already given the command to save me, and that's what I'm clinging to because I know you're going to hold fast to your command. You are my rock and my fortress. I could continually read this entire chapter of 71, and I challenge you just to read it. And so that's it's a great psalm. Psalms are great in itself, but Psalm 71, if you're having a rough day, read the whole thing. Read all of it. I want to read part of it. I read just 1 through 3 there. And then here's what I want to see in verse 12. O God, be not far from me. O God, make haste to help me. May my accusers be put to shame and consumed. With scorn and disgrace may they be covered who seek my hurt, but I will hope continually. And I will praise you yet more and more. My mouth will tell of your righteous acts, of your deeds of salvation all the day. I could keep going. Here's what I want to encourage you with. God is a refuge. He has sent a command to save you. When we look around and we see all of the things that are trying to destroy us, when we see all of the things that are trying to attack us, when we see all of the problems that try to bring us down, when we see all of the issues that try to consume us, and again, there's lots of them. They abound, right? They're all over the place. When we see those, we can, like the psalmist, say, be not far from me, O God. O God, make haste to help me. May my accusers, or accusers being anything that's attacking me, any system that's attacking me, any policy that might be attacking me, any rule that might be attacking me, any issue, any health, any person, any situation, no matter what it is that's attacking me, may those things be put to shame and consumed, be taken away. With scorn and disgrace may they be covered who seek my hurt. And I love verse 14, but I will hope continually, and I will praise you yet more and more. And listen, he's doing that praise and he's having that hope before the situation is taken care of, because he knows that situation is going to be taken care of. It may be later than he wants because he's human, but he knows that it will be taken care of. He knows that God is our rock of refuge. He knows that we can be there. We can go to him. We can cling to him. We can hide out underneath him, and that rock will protect us from everything that could destroy us or hurt us. It doesn't mean, again, that we won't experience pain. It doesn't mean that we won't experience hardship, but it means that we have a place to go when we do experience pain, hardships, and trials, and know that we are cared for and we are loved and we are going to be protected. And so this morning, I really just wanted to encourage you, one, to read Psalm 71. If you haven't read it, read it today. And look at the stuff that the psalmist says about taking refuge, about having comfort, about seeing what God has done. And then he also says, I'm going to start telling people about you because of what you've done for me. But constantly reminding himself of what God has already done, constantly reminding himself of what God can do. And so my encouragement, my challenge to you today is to take refuge in the God who loves you, in the God who cares for you, in the God who sent a command to save you. He sent his son. He set it up. He did the whole thing. We see all of it laid out in the exact way that it needed to be laid out to lead to Christ's coming so that we can have salvation and that we can have hope, that we can have encouragement. And even when we make mistakes, even when trials come, even when issues come, when we get put in bad situations, when we put ourselves in bad situations, it doesn't matter. All of those things, we can turn to God, we can cling to him, we can hold to him, and he will protect us. And that is a great thing, hopefully a huge encouragement to you. The challenge would be that we turn to him. I think so many times we go through things and God's like, hey, come here. And we're like, oh, why is this thing happening? And we sit in the middle of this thing and we struggle with this thing and we're dealing with it, whatever it is. And I mean, again, it's different for everybody. And we have all this stuff, but we never come to him to let him protect us or to let him hold us or to let him, do that. To be the father that he wants to be. I know when my kids get hurt or they're going through a hard time, I'm like, hey, come here. I'll hold you and I'll help you. My daughter right now, and I say my daughter, the youngest daughter, my daughter Susie, she is going through some emotional things. And so she's growing, right? She's almost 4. And so she's going through some things, right? She's becoming a little girl, and so she gets her feelings hurt. And so she had her feelings hurt a day or two ago. I don't remember what it was, and she kind of just curls up and goes into a corner or goes into a hall so she's not near somebody. And when I just tried to hold her, and I went over to her, I said, hey, listen, I can hold you. And she's like, but this is happening. I said, and I know, and I'm not gonna fix that because I think it was that she had asked for something that she shouldn't get or whatever else. And I'm not going to give it to you because you don't need it, but I am going to comfort you while you're hurting. I understand that that's hard. I understand that that's a hard thing to grasp. You want that, and I think it was chocolate or something. You want that candy. You want that chocolate, and I'm telling you that you shouldn't have it because it's not good for you. You've had some. It wasn't that you didn't get any, right? You had some. You just didn't get enough, or what you thought was enough. And a comforter, but when she's not near me, she just kind of wallows in it, and she just has pain, and she just has hurt. But knowing that we have a Father that wants to nurture us, and again, he may not fix what we're going to him right away. He may not solve it right away. He may tell us, like, no, this is a good thing for you to go through. But he's going to be there holding us and comforting us the entire time. And so that's a good thing. It should be, hopefully, an encouraging thing to know that the God of this universe, He wants to comfort you. He wants you to come to him, and I think so many times we don't. And so that's the challenge, would be to go to God, the encouragement there, just being, man, he cares, and he wants to save you. So read Psalm 71. If you haven't read it, read that psalm this morning. Even if you have read it, read it again. Psalm 71 this morning, and do that. I know we were joined by Kathy Wood this morning, so I'm glad to have you, Kathy. And again, tonight we have the things that we have to offer. Oh, I don't think I finished it because I started talking about kids and I got distracted. But so I'll just reiterate this. Tonight, 7 to 8, Awana for kids, 5th grade and under, and then there's nursery and other classes if the kids don't get to Awana, like if they're not old enough for Awana. Youth group 6th through 12th grade, 7 to 8 in the north basement. Then there is a women's class in the office here, 7 to 8. And then there is also a class on Thessalonians in the West Wing classroom next to the auditorium. And that is from 7 to 8 also. So everything's from 7 to 8. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for parents. And we will do that. But again, love you. Can't wait to see you guys either tonight or on here tomorrow, and I'll have some more questions to find out some more information about you guys tomorrow. So, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.